Ugh, ads are such poop. Subscribe to Acast Plus now to skip ads and more for just $1 a month. Click the link in our show notes to learn how. And hey, we're on Patreon too. Your support helps cover the cost of running a podcast. For $2 a month, you can get early access to all our episodes ad-free, plus bonus episodes exclusive to Patreon subscribers only. Visit patreon.com/sacrilegious discourse to sign up now. Welcome to Sacrilegious Discourse.
I'm husband.
And I'm wife.
Together, we're reading the Bible for the very first time.
We grew up without religion and wanted to know what all the fuss was about.
Well, what have we learned so far?
That God is a dick, and apparently some people believe in talking donkeys.
We're not trying to pass ourselves off as experts.
Nope, we're just reading the Bible for the first time and giving our first take reaction.
If you'd like to join us in this venture, you might consider starting at episode 1.
Otherwise, jump in wherever you like.
All right, let's go read the Bible.
Yeah, let's get to it. Husband!
Wife!
Do you remember what happened yesterday besides the fact that I was wrong?
Yeah, how are you? Who's, let's see, who can be priests?
Only Levites can be priests.
Yeah.
Which, I said that.
Right.
The thing that I was wrong about was I said all Levites are priests, but not all priests are Levites. And the fact of the matter is, not all Levites are priests.
Right.
So, sorry I was wrong.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was wrong and you were right.
You brought it up. So.
I was wrong and you were right. I was wrong and you were right. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You're the best and I'm the worst. You're pretty and I'm ugly.
Whatever.
The end.
Anyway, Hezekiah, he was kind of a good king, I guess, in God's eyes.
There was much rejoicing.
Yeah.
They did so many...
they burn a lot of things.
Burnings and cleansings.
Right.
And yeah, they
and
did.
They cleaned the defiled altars and stuff.
Yeah. And they opened the doors.
They did opening the door. That's a big thing.
And they had not enough priests for all the people coming through there. And they were like, let's get some more priests up in here.
Right.
And that's where we got into our little argument that you were right and I was wrong. Yeah. But anyway, everything was good for God and they rejoiced.
Right. All right. That was 2 Chronicles chapter 29.
Sure as fuck was.
And today we'll be reading
2 Chronicles chapter 30.
Let's go do this.
Okie dokie. Oakley dokley. It's 2 Chronicles chapter 30.
Okay.
Here we go.
All right.
Because I'm all excited. Because it's more Hezekiah, and he is so good.
He's not dead yet.
He
gets more than one chapter.
He's just like his ancestor David, and we all know how awesome David was.
Yeah, I guess.
I want to marry him. He's so cool. He did so much good.
Would you want to marry me more if I danced naked in the street?
Goddamn right I would. I wouldn't marry you less.
No. Yeah, well, you were already married, so you know.
Oh my God, I was just imagining you dancing naked in the street.
Wow. Jesus Christ.
Well, because you don't dance, so...
Well, no.
The act in and of itself is
It'd
funny.
be more like a shimmy, you know?
Right,
Yeah.
but it's funny enough, and then...
Jesus.
And then picturing you doing it naked.
Okay, come back. I need you back.
Okay. Ooh. Oh, that was hurting my laugh muscles.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, husband.
Yeah.
You're beautiful and I love you.
Mm.
Okay. King Hezekiah now sent word to all Israel and Judah. That's right. He was unifying.
That's right. He's going to bring them together.
Yeah. He was the opposite of Trump.
Right.
Mm-hmm. And he wrote letters of invitation to the people of Ephraim and Manasseh.
He's like, come back. Be part of us.
Baby, come back.
Ditch the golden cows.
Yeah, stop doing them as pole dancing things. He asked everyone to come to the temple of the Lord at Jerusalem to celebrate the Passover of the Lord, the God of Israel. They go on Passover.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The king, his officials, and all the community of Jerusalem decided to celebrate Passover a month later than usual.
Is that something you're allowed to do?
I don't know. That
seems like that would be kind of set in stone.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. They were unable. This should be parentheses voice, but it's not. It's not in parentheses, but it feels like it should be.
Okay.
They were unable to celebrate it at the prescribed time because not enough priests could be purified by then, and the people had not yet assembled at Jerusalem.
Wow.
So, I mean, they were like, God, we want to praise you so much that we're going to be late. Please don't smite us because we're trying to praise you over here.
Got it.
We're trying to praise you so good.
Yeah.
No smiting.
This is our rain out date, man.
Smite or no smiting. Rain out date. This plan for keeping the Passover seemed right to the king and all the people. But did they ask God?
I always wonder that. Like,
did they ask God?
When they do these things that are not correct, did they ask God? Because sometimes it matters.
Sometimes you just try to not let a thing fall on the ground and then you get smote.
Right.
So they sent a proclamation throughout all Israel. From Beersheba in the south.
What's the difference between a proclamation and a declaration?
I don't. Well, okay. I don't know.
Okay.
Like, I want to know. I feel like I could.
I mean, it just hit me just then when you said proclamation. I'm like, well, couldn't they just said declaration? But I don't know the difference. So, or if there is a difference,
I think that if they're not the same, they're very similar.
Okay.
So,
well, I mean, I knew they were very similar. I just didn't know if there was.
This is gonna stump me. I will definitely Q&A the fuck out of that.
You think?
Yeah. Make a note of that. I need to know declaration, proclamation, sublimation. What? So they sent a proclamation throughout all Israel, from Beersheba in the south to Dan in the north, inviting everyone to come to Jerusalem to celebrate the Passover of the Lord, the God of Israel.
Party!
Woo, woo! The people had not been celebrating it in great numbers as required in the law.
Wait, it's required to celebrate in great numbers in the law?
I guess.
What happens if you all die?
I mean,
you're breaking the law just by not having enough people?
I think it's a poorly phrased sentence.
Okay.
It says the people had not been celebrating it in great numbers as required by the law. I don't think it's the numbers that are that are required. I think that they're saying great numbers of them had not been celebrating it, and celebrating it is required in the law.
Okay.
I don't think that great numbers. I don't think that the law is like, you guys got to celebrate in great numbers.
Okay.
I think the law is like, y'all all got to celebrate.
Got it.
I think it's a very poorly phrased sentence. I could be wrong. I often am.
Okay.
I just was yesterday.
Right. Yeah.
At the king's command, runners were sent throughout Israel and Judah. I do not want to be one of those guys.
No.
Because you know why? Because they run.
Don't you think you get a little bit outside of town? You're like, I'm just going to kind of...
I'm going to be a walker now.
I'm going
to be a stroller.
I'm going to be a hitchhiker.
I'm going to be a skipper.
Hey, you got a cart, man. Can I just sit in the back for a bit? All right.
Yeah. They carried letters that said, "Oh, people of Israel, return to the Lord, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Israel. Israel, return to the God of Israel, so that he will return to the few of us who have survived the conquest of the Assyrian kings. Do not be like your ancestors and relatives who abandoned the Lord, the God of their ancestors, and become an object of derision, as you yourselves can see.
Right.
Do not be stubborn as they were, but submit yourselves to the Lord. Come to his temple, which he has set apart as holy forever."
And so you can give us money and offerings.
We
and
do
stuff.
want that sweet cash.
I mean, I think that's really what they're doing. They're like, let's get some money from all over the place. Like, why should we stop with just Judah?
Yeah, exactly. Worship the Lord your God so that his fierce anger will turn away from you. For if you return to the Lord, your relatives and your children will be treated mercifully by their captors, and they will be able to return to this land. Hello.
So,
if you just pray hard enough, they will come home.
You're going to get captured. But if you pray hard enough, they won't treat you badly.
They're already captured.
I thought they already sent them home.
I don't know. It's all wishy-washy and timey-wimey.
Okay.
For the Lord your God is gracious and merciful. If you return to him, he will not continue to turn his face from you, maybe God should be the grown-up here and not turn his face away in the first place.
Right.
Maybe God should show his fucking face, and then they wouldn't be bad.
Maybe he could, like, personally reach out and, you know, teach society.
That would be cool.
How to be better.
Oh my gosh.
Because he's God.
And he could be a great leader of men.
Yeah.
That would be cool.
I mean, really, if he just showed his goddamn face.
That's what I'm saying.
I think there'd be a lot of people be like, oh, I guess I better shape up.
Yeah.
You know?
Because that one guy, man, he got smote when he just pick up sticks on the wrong day. So, you know.
He wouldn't even have to make a huge, you know, it wouldn't have to be like all the time. Just
wouldn't
like,
have to be big.
Maybe like once a decade, just show up and be like, yo, I'm God, yo.
Don't forget me.
Yeah, right?
Don't forget.
Yeah.
The runners went from town to town throughout Ephraim and Manasseh. And as far as the
what the fuck?
territory. Fuck you. Of Zebulon.
I thought it was a broken record for a second. Tear.
I couldn't get it out. I was stumbling. And what's that word? What's that word where you... stuttering. I was stuttering. Yeah. I was stuck, honestly. Okay, territory of Zebulon. But most of the people just laughed at the runners and made fun of them.
What?
Oh, shit. I did not expect
Look at that dumbass running.
I did not expect that sentence.
He's running for the Lord.
I wonder if he dances naked. Okay, sorry. I just got to read that again because I literally was not expecting that sentence.
Yeah.
But most of the people just laughed at the runners and made fun of them.
Maybe they had silly costumes or something.
Hey!
I'm just saying. You know.
Wow! Hey! Come celebrate the Lord! I would make fun of them too.
Right.
However, some people from Asher, Manasseh, and Zebulon humbled themselves and went to Jerusalem. Good for them. Good for them. At the same time, God's hand was on the people in the land of Judah, giving them all one heart to obey the orders of the king and his officials who were following the word of the Lord. His hand was on them.
Wouldn't you...
Get your hand off me, man!
Yeah, so but shouldn't they be following the Lord as opposed... Like, shouldn't it be like in the order of Lord and then King? Mm-hmm. Right? Mm-hmm. But the way they phrase it is like King and then Lord. Mm-hmm. You follow your King, and if your King is following the Lord, then y'all are in good shape. Yeah. In good hands.
That's what I've been saying for ages now.
Like, y'all are always going to be following the King. So if he doesn't follow the Lord, then you're fucked.
All fucked.
Right.
You're just
all
across the board fucked. You're supposed to die for your beliefs and no thank you. No thank you. I'm not willing to be a martyr for that.
Right.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I don't need to have a prayer thingy in my house that bad.
Right.
So, a huge crowd assembled at Jerusalem in mid-spring to celebrate the Festival of Unleavened Bread. They set to work and removed the pagan altars from Jerusalem. They took away all the incense altars. Oh, I like incense.
I thought they needed incense for the... Oh, whatever. Who knows? And
threw them into the Kidron Valley. They were like, these are just bad. They've been burning too much bad stuff for bad reasons. They're a dime a dozen. You can pick up a new fucking incense burner at Dollar Tree on every corner. Just get a new one.
I feel like they could have saved a lot of time instead of taking them all the way to a valley. Mm-hmm. Just burned them or melted them down.
Probably.
You know?
Probably. But maybe the valley was right outside town.
Maybe they didn't really want to melt them down or burn them because they're going to just go back and collect them later. Yeah. Just saying.
That's true.
Right.
Yeah. On the 14th day of the second month.
Okay.
You keeping count?
Yeah.
1 month later than usual. The people slaughtered the Passover lamb. Whee! I like slaughtering.
Yeah.
That's a good word. This shamed the priests and Levites. So they purified themselves and brought burnt offerings to the temple of the Lord.
Wait, what? Is the Passover lamb like the turkeys that get a pass on Thanksgiving at the White House?
They were already a month later than usual, and the people were like, we're doing Passover now, whether y'all are ready or not.
Got it.
And the priests and Levites were like, oh, well, okay. I guess we're doing Passover now.
Right, but why did slaughtering that lamb bring shame to them? I thought lambs were part of the, sacrificing stuff.
I took it to be that it was because it was already happening a month late. Is where the shame came from.
I feel like there's something else going on there.
Yeah, we probably got to look into that. But
right? Yeah.
I have a feeling it'll be hard to find, but I'll see what I can find.
I just wonder. It's
Okay.
interesting the way it was
Proclamation,
phrased.
declaration.
Right? Yeah.
Then they took their places at the temple as prescribed in the law of Moses, the man of God.
Yeah.
The Levites brought the sacrificial blood to the priests, who then sprinkled it on the altar. Yay, I love blood. Since many of the people had not purified themselves, the Levites had to slaughter their Passover lamb for them to set them apart for the Lord. Most of those who came from Ephraim, Manasseh, Issachar, and Zebulun had not purified themselves, as expected.
Got it.
They're from further away.
Right,
They didn't have time for all that.
Right.
But King Hezekiah prayed for them, and they were allowed to eat the Passover meal anyway, even though this was contrary to the requirements of the law. For Hezekiah said, "May the Lord who is good pardon those who decide to follow the Lord, the God of their ancestors, even though they are not properly cleansed for the ceremony."
This is like, you ever see the notices on the churches for like free meal tonight? You know, this is like the first free meal tonight.
Yeah,
you know,
exactly.
They're like, "Come on down, we got free lamb.
Yeah,
just stop on in. Any clothes will do. Whatever you want." You know,
like just forgive them across the board.
But then they get you. They sink their hooks in there.
Oh, they do.
Like, hey,
it's
you're
like
here, so
it's like have you seen those things where you win a prize and all you have to do is sit through a 3-hour timeshare seminar?
Right.
But I've seen some of those, like somebody said that they got to go on a cruise.
Yeah.
Because they sat through a 3-hour timeshare. I'm like,
that seems like a fair trade to me.
I'm like, I'll do that.
Right.
I mean, I guess it depends where the cruise is taken off from, but
right.
Like, let's say it's taken off from Florida. We're in Ohio. Like, you already got to take time off for the cruise itself. What's a couple days on either end to make the drive down, right?
Right.
I mean, would you sit through a 3-hour seminar?
Yeah.
I'd be like, oh yeah, I'm listening.
Right.
Totally. I'd even take notes.
I got earbuds. You know, I'll just put an earbud in.
You can't do that.
Just one. I'll just have one in.
You got to pay attention and pretend.
I'm gonna pretend.
You got to make a good faith effort.
Is that in the stipulations of the
probably
contract?
Probably. They probably will like ask questions and point to you and expect you to be able to like.
We got to sign up for at least one of these things just once, just to see what it's like.
I know. I want to
because I've always been curious.
Okay, I'm gonna do it.
Okay.
That's our Q&A this Saturday. I'm gonna find me a timeshare seminar and win us a cruise.
Okay. All right.
Will you go on a cruise?
Yeah.
They're terrible for the environment. And you're supposed to get like really sick on them. And as progressives and liberals, we're supposed to hate them. But I have to tell you, I've always wanted to go on one like real super bad.
Got it. Well, then let's just go on one.
Just
one.
Can I still be a progressive and a liberal if I still want to go on a cruise?
Not that week, but after that week, you're good again.
Well, can I still be a feminist if I think that one person that whipped out her titties in my own kitchen to breastfeed her child without any warning, can I still be a feminist if that was not okay?
Yes.
Because it was in my house and there was no warning.
Was different circumstances. That was personal circumstances as opposed to
can I still be a feminist?
Overall.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So I'm not a perfect feminist or progressive. I don't know if this shocks you guys.
I don't know if anybody's perfect at all, ever.
Well, that's disappointing. Now I can just die. And the Lord listened to Hezekiah's prayer, and he healed the people.
Awesome.
Okay? So he was like, I'll make an exception this time because y'all are trying. So the people of Israel who were present in Jerusalem joyously celebrated the festival of unleavened bread for 7 days.
Okay.
Each of the Levites and priests sang to the Lord, accompanied by loud instruments.
Not the quiet instruments, just the loud ones.
The loud one. Right?
Yeah, that's the way it went. Exactly.
Auga! Auga! Na 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 na. Right?
That was. I mean, that's precisely how the ceremony sounded, right there.
But without saxophones.
Right,
obviously.
no saxophones.
Hezekiah encouraged all the Levites regarding the skill they displayed as they served the Lord. Wait, what?
So I would.
He encouraged all the Levites regarding the skill they displayed as they served the Lord.
He was encouraging to them as they were displaying their skills to the Lord.
Oh, that was a poorly phrased sentence.
It was.
Like, even on second and third
I had
reading.
to try.
Yeah.
You know.
He was just basically like, yeah, good job, y'all.
Yeah, good job. Yeah.
That's funny because, like, when I babysit my best friend's child, the 2-year-old,
right,
and he puts something away, I tell him, good job. And it
right.
sounds like that's what this king guy was doing. Good job. Even though it might have been, shitty.
Right.
Because sometimes a 2-year-old doesn't do things good, and you still have to say, good job.
Right.
The celebration continued for 7 days. Peace offerings were sacrificed, and the people gave thanks to the Lord, the God of their ancestors. Yahweh. The entire assembly then decided to continue the festival another 7 days.
Damn.
So they celebrated joyfully for another week.
Man,
you know
they're
why?
having a good old time.
Because they was hungry and there was food and wine a-flowing. That's why.
Yeah.
That's why. King let me try again. King Hezekiah gave the people 1,000 bulls and 7,000 sheep and goats for offerings. And the officials donated 1,000 bulls and 10,000 sheep and goats.
Damn.
Meanwhile, many more priests purified themselves. The entire assembly of Judah rejoiced, including the priests, the Levites, and all who came from the land of Israel. The foreigners who came to the festival, and all those who lived in Judah. There was great joy in the city, for Jerusalem had not seen a celebration like this one since the days of Solomon, King David's son.
Damn.
Wow, that's several generations back.
It really is. Really is. That's a long time ago.
Then the priests and Levites stood and blessed the people, and God heard their prayer from his holy dwelling in heaven. The end.
Okay. They had a big ass party.
Party.
Yeah. So I guess they're end the week with them all having a good old time.
That's great.
Yeah.
I want one of those parties.
Right? Yeah, we'll invite all of our town.
I don't want one of those parties.
No. Okay.
No.
All right. We'll invite all the people we like.
That's still too many.
It's too many?
Too many people.
Okay, well, whatever. We'll invite a few people we like then.
Couldn't it just be me and you and we just Netflix and chill?
Sounds great.
Okay.
All right. Anyway, that was 2 Chronicles chapter 30.
Sure as fuck was.
And tomorrow is Saturday, and we'll be back with, assuming that you do the research.
Fuck off. There was holidays and illnesses. Gosh.
We'll be back with
Q&A Saturday.
And then on Sunday,
we will have our sacrilegious book club, which will be our Jewish fairy tales and stories and things.
Right. And then, assuming I remember, because I've been sucking ass too.
You have.
I will get the weekly replay up on Sunday evening at the very latest.
Let us hope.
Right. Yeah. Assuming I have my shit together and I remember.
Yes.
Which I should. Because I'm saying it right now. I'm like, hey.
We have no reason.
Do it, husband.
We have no reason not to be on time this weekend.
No.
Okay.
I mean, other than we're lazy and don't feel like doing it.
Right. But that's not this weekend.
Or sudden sickness.
Sudden sickness.
We just had some crappy food that might,
Oh my God. Like, I don't want to be mean to Chipotle, but whatever we got tonight, it was not good, y'all.
It was like the worst.
And
like,
normally...
Crunchy rice. Liquid in the bottom of the bowl.
Oh, stop. You're going to make my stomach hurt. Just stop. Just stop. Normally, Chipotle was good, but tonight they failed me.
It was really bad.
It was bad, y'all.
Really, really bad.
Ugh.
So...
Sorry, hope you all get your shit fixed, Chipotle, because that one was not a good one.
Right.
So we'll be back on Monday.
Yes.
With 2 Chronicles chapter 31.
Which we're closing in on the end, right?
Yep.
Okay. All right, we'll see you guys then.
Bye.
Bye. Hey, wife, I guess that's the end?
But husband, that's just sad.
It doesn't have to be. We are on lots of social media platforms like Twitter. Our handle there is sacrilegious_D.
For D's nuts.
Oh my God. Stop doing that. Anyway, we're also on Facebook, Instagram, and Pinterest. There's a link to all of our social media sites at our website.
Ooh, we have a website?
Yeah, it's sacrilegiousdiscourse.com, where you can also find a link to our merch shop.
We have a merch shop?
Yep, we have podcast-themed clothing, mugs, notebooks, and more, as well as an atheist and science-themed products.
Wow, our fans should really go check that out right now.
Definitely. They can get in touch with us by sending an email to sacrilegiousdiscourse@gmail.com. But before they do that, we could really use some help.
Oh yeah? With what?
Well, it's not free running the podcast, and we need some financial support in order to get better equipment, which will free up time so we can concentrate on our podcast and our fans.
Okay, so what should they do?
Head over to patreon.com/sacrilegious discourse and sign up as a contributor on our podcast. Supporters there receive additional bi-weekly episodes that we record just for our Patreon members for as little as $2 a month.
Also, we'd really appreciate it if you would like and subscribe on whatever platform you're using.
And Apple Podcast reviews help us out tremendously.
Like and subscribe. Leave an Apple review. Join us on Twitter. Support us on Patreon. That's a lot of instructions. Don't forget to say thanks.
Thanks.
Okay, bye.